Hello and welcome, MarmaLadies and Gentlemen. I, uh, I'm your host. I'm your host Mason, and I thought I'd let you guys know what's up. How's it going? How's the kids? How's your dog treating you? You know, not how other dog treats. Don't eat them. But is the dog nice? Is the dog nice to company? Does it bark? Does it bite? Does it, has it ever peed in your mouth? Because, that's not nice. I put that on the side. Like if you had a checklist of what's nice and what's not nice, I'd put the peeing in the mouth thing on the not nice thing, and I'd go up to your dog, whether your dog's name, pick a name. Steve, Dave, Todd. Go, hey Todd, don't do that, please. I don't like to pee in the mouth. So, I hope your dogs are, long story short, I hope your dog's treating you fine. And, no, yeah, maybe your kids. I don't know. It's not, nowadays is not the time to be greedy. Right? There's so many things going on. There's there's some, I don't know what you want to call it, a disease, a virus, but it's going around. Some people say it's not, some people say it is, some people say put a cloth over your face, and the next thing you know, you put a cloth on your face, depends on what cloth you pick up. If it had chloroform, you're getting knocked out, and you wake up in a place that you don't remember being in, and you're talking to the cops, and the other one is just a cloth, you put over your face and for a little bit, and that's it. I don't want to, I'm not getting into politics, I'm not getting into semantics, I'm not getting into, I'm not going to get into a big pool of pudding. I wouldn't jump into one. I wouldn't even lightly ease into it, like step into it and slowly sink down into it. I probably wouldn't do that either. Just knowing that the cleanup would be a disaster, And like, who else has been in that thing of pudding, right? Because I'm not going to eat that. You don't do a thing with food. Food is meant for eating, okay? And this might surprise some people, but food is meant for eating. And like, the pudding tastes good, yum. But if there's been other people in that pool before you were in that pool, hell, the pool might have germs as well, right? And, out in the open, you might have that tough skin that develops on top of pudding and custards when you let it sit out. So you might not even be able to sink in, but let's say we get past that, you're in there. You don't know who else has been there. You don't know what kind of germs. It could be coronavirus. It could be, what else is a big one? Cancer? I don't know. It could be a lot of things that you don't want to. So it plays tricks with the mind if you're going into a food item. Because your brain is going, hey, food tastes good, yum. Say it's chocolate. Did I say chocolate pudding? Say it's chocolate. You like chocolate. Your brain's going, let's eat this. But then, you think logically, you go, but no. That's called temptation. And that's going to be a big thing today. Temptation is, speaking of which, I've been been fighting the urge, if we can be serious for a second. I've been, not drinking for a little bit. A little bit. In the past, I've been doing a kick where, I don't drink for 2 weeks straight. Not even a drop. Not even like a little dropper. Because I know before when I would quit, I'd have a little bottle of beer and I'd have like a little dropper in the bottle and be like, yeah, I'll have 2 drops today. That doesn't count. No droppers this time. No droppers. Just cold, hard, erect turkey. 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks I did was great. And then, I had 3 beers after the 2 weeks was over. I was like, okay, pace yourself. I had 3 beers. I gotta say, I didn't like it that much. I felt a little tired. I felt a little woozy. My tolerance, went way down. And, I didn't even like it. So then afterwards, I was like, I don't even have the urge anymore. So I'll go another 2 weeks. Let's do it. And I did. And then me and a few friends, we went out for some food, and I was like, you know what, I can go for a beer. So I had a beer after 2 weeks. And it was nice, but after the first one, I didn't want any more. One was the perfect amount. I was like, that's all I need. So that's been good. It's been keeping my head clear. I remember my dreams, my aspiration. Whatever. My dreams, my goals. Apparatus? No. Nope. The other thing, I'm doing some stuff. Started running just last week. I hate it. Gotta tell you, I hate it. Anyone else hate it? Anyone else put a foot in front of the other one and then do the same thing with the other foot fairly quickly at a constant rate, and then immediately go, oh, this is awful. I don't like this at all. That's what I've been doing. You got to go through that struggle. We're all doing that thing. We're all struggling, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but what you got to do is you got to do it. You got to do it. If you're not, the thing is, if you're not struggling, you're not doing it. And by it, I mean anything. You're not doing anything if you're not experiencing some sort of struggle. So if you're not struggling, you're still struggling a little bit. You're a little bit. There's, times it wax and wanes, the amount of struggle. But, if you find yourself that you're not struggling that much, and you've been taking life on the easy trail, step up a little bit. Tell those demons, challenge the demons out there. Find yourself. That's the tricky part. You got to find a demon. There's lots of them. That's not even the hard part. Check under your bed. There's like a dozen. The baker will be like, "Yeah, I just came out with these just now." There's a little baker underneath your bed baking demons, which you would think would harm them, but they're from hell and stuff, so they're used to the heat, so that awakens them. So you just crack open a 12-pack of demons from underneath your bed, and you tell them, "Hey, I challenge you. I challenge you to a game of bocce ball. Pick a sport, pick an activity, pick a thing that you can challenge them to. Sudoku. So just take them, grab them by the hand, and you say, it's time to go, punk." And that's what I've been doing with the running, the not drinking. This doesn't count too much, but If you know me well, you know me intimately, you know me metaphorically, um, just even in passing. If you know me, you might know I I suffer from severe stomach issues and pain and agony and oochie ouchies. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that. It's but I've been taking that under control, and the big thing that caused it, if you don't know me, is a couple years back. Seriously, I consumed some black mold that was growing in my water bottle. It was a water bottle with one of those bendy straw things that you press a button and the straw flips out. I always rinsed it, put some hot water through it, rinsed it out, but never realized there was black mold growing in where the bend was. And I would just drink that constantly for at least probably 6 months. So I don't know how long the black mold was there, but I would drink on it for quite some time. And that made me constipated for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. And it was the worst thing ever. Probably the worst thing I've ever experienced. But since then, I looked into it myself. I went to the doctor. They didn't do nothing. So I looked into it myself, figured out what it was, because I didn't know I was consuming black mold. I didn't know. I looked up the symptoms, and that, symptoms came up, and I started doing some things. I changed my diet. Big thing was chlorella. I drink a little powder mix thing that has chlorella in it. That's supposed to do some stuff, you know. But mostly just try not to eat the stuff that black mold likes. Anyway, I've been feeling great for the past year. Been feeling great. And just recently, this past week, that pain, it wasn't nearly as intense, and I wasn't constipated, but it came back. I could feel it. I was like, I know this guy all too well. I know this guy all too well, and I did not like it. I told him, you're not a demon I challenged. I didn't even invite you in my house. You're in my body. You're in a very vulnerable spot, which is my stomach, and you're causing me the pain, the agony, the crying, the whimpering, the scared, worrisome. And the night before, I ate a bunch of potatoes. I gotta admit, I ate a bunch of potatoes. I didn't think I ate that much, though. But I know that black mold, what they like is they like alcohol, fermented stuff, sugary stuff like starches in the potatoes. So it's like maybe it's the potatoes. So I cooled it for a little bit, didn't eat for a little bit, didn't eat any carbohydrates for at least a day or so. But the other thing I just started doing, because a buddy of mine he's like, hey, I know this is random, but kombucha, you want to start making kombucha? I was like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. I was like, oh man, I gotta start liking kombucha, because I never actually liked it that much. I used to make it a lot. But I make a lot of stuff that I don't care for. I make ice cream, and I don't even like ice cream that much. But I love making it. And so kombucha was another one. I used to make a lot of it. Never really liked it. But I drank it because I made it. And so I was like, I'm going to look into some good kombucha. I'm going to, get used to it, start drinking it, see if I like it, see, how invested I am in this. And I tried this one brand I'm not sponsored by it, but, if you're out there, you're listening, and need some publicity, I'm probably not the best guy, but I loved it. I loved the stuff. Anyways, this kombucha, right? And I loved it. I was drinking 3 a day. I loved it so much. Tastes good. Tastes yum. You know, glug glug, yum yum. Feel good, you know, it's probiotic stuff. But that's when that pain. I was like, oh shit, am I getting sick because of this kombucha? Because my stomach can't handle it? And so I fasted. I fasted for almost about 48 hours. And I gotta tell you, I feel significantly better. The pain went away. I quit kombucha. And then when I did eat, I ate something that I probably shouldn't have ate, but I wanted it. Tastes good. I made some homemade pizzas. Oh man, so good. Stomach, felt fine. Felt fine. So I'm thinking that kombucha, watch out, you know, if you're drinking black mold, don't drink the kombucha. And also, possibly rethink your decision on drinking black mold. I would not recommend it. I wouldn't do it. This isn't black mold, this is just water. Just water. Other than that, you know, I've just been killing it. I've just been killing it. And by killing it, I mean, I've been doing okay. I haven't been doing anything too crazy. Just doing a few things to make myself feel a little bit better. You know, doing this thing, you know, whatever you want to call this, hanging out in my little office, my little library. You know, here's a book over here. You know, I go grab it. I don't read. I'm not a reader though. That's why I usually just sit here empty-handed. I have a hard time reading. I have a hard time paying attention. That's the thing. I'm not a fast reader. I'm a pretty slow reader. But the big thing is I just get lost in my own head. You know, I could remember as a child reading Harry Potter, and I'd be like, something, something, flying on a broomstick, and I'd continue to read the words, but I would think broomstick, and I would start to think about, ooh, cleaning. I'll remember that one time I mopped, and like this thing happened, like, oh, is the sink on still? Did I leave the sink on in the bathroom? And then I go check to see if I left the sink running. The sink wasn't running, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's so crazy. And all the while I'm having these thoughts, I'm reading the book. I could be doing this for hours. I remember one of the most frustrating things I experienced. No joke, I'd read for 2 hours straight, and I wouldn't remember a goddamn thing that I just read. But I read it all. And I could tell you what I was thinking, and it would have nothing to do with the book. I would be reading the words and having totally different thoughts as I was just reading the words. That is what you call wasting time. I did nothing. I didn't soak up any of that. And that's how it's always been. I'm sure I'm a little better now. Reading for long periods of time, though, I haven't done in a very long time. And I wouldn't want to do it for that reason. So yeah, I just kind of sit in this room. You know, it's my thinking room. And you know, I'm thinking about all you guys. I'm hoping you're doing okay. You know, I'm sorry. I know I mentioned I hope your dog's treating you okay, but you know, I hope your parakeet. I hope your parakeet is behaving. And you know, it's time people are being political and they're yelling. They're going, "Hey, douchebag, get your, where's your Trump mask and where's your Biden helmet?" And some people just don't want to wear anything. Some people just want to get naked and just have a good old fashioned orgy. Not me. I'm too shy. I'm too shy to be doing orgies. Also, I have somebody I care about a lot, and I wouldn't, you know, I only want to do that stuff to that person, with that person, not to. I mean, doing something to sounds weird, but it's consensual. That's all I'm saying. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. I gotta make sure that people know, because I know it's a weird time. It's a weird time for there's allegations against celebrities, political personalities. So if you're gonna, I shouldn't have to say this, but if you're going to fornicate or have some sort of sexual activity with somebody, or even a lot of people, make sure you ask, hey, is this okay? And if it's not, I'm gonna stop. So let me know. Okay, so tell that to your partner the next time you're going to lay down and taking clothes off and stuff. You're like, hey, wait a second. Is it okay for me to put my private parts by your private parts for a while and move them around? Because how are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to know if you don't ask that question? Because I could see a scenario where you're doing that. You do it for a while until the bed gets all messy and stuff, and they're both out of breath, and you lay down, and your partner's like, that thing we just did a second ago? Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I wish you would have asked me whether I wanted to do that or not. That would have been nice. And then you're like, oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're sorry. You should just be asking. Just ask. Moral of the story: go, hey partner, sex time? Do you want? And they go yes or no, and you respect that answer and you follow through as such. Jeez. The other thing, for the namesake, let's get on lighter topics. Namesake of the podcast, the show, the little session that we're having, we're making marmalade. I got this really wonderful recipe that I've been making recently. The first time I made it, it was so bitter. I haven't gotten the power to throw it away yet. I still think I'm going to use it for something, for cooking. I don't know what, but it's so bitter that I did not like it, and I was like, you know what? And that was the first time I ever tried to make marmalade, because I started talking about it. I like the sound of the word. I like thinking about it. It makes me think of the South, and taking things easy. Slowing down for a bit. Putting a gummer of molasses in your jowls and just chewing on that. Let your mouth move around slow like you're a cow chewing chud. Chewing cud. That's what it's called, right? Cows chew cud. It's cud that when they chew in the grass. Haven't thought about that in a while. But marmalade. So I started making marmalade. The first one I made was really bitter, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna make it better this time. And what I did differently, all the recipes told me to cut the citrus in whole. Just leave all the rind, all that stuff, all the pith. I was like, all right. Alright, if this is what you want. And I didn't ask myself if this is what I wanted. And I didn't want it. Because it was gross. It was nasty. It was bitter. But this time, I used the zest, none of the pith, all of the innards, and I did 50-50 lemon and orange. And I gotta tell you, it was a knockout. You know, the referee would be above this jar of marmalade that I prepared and count to 10 and be like, that's it, this has been a knockout. So gotta love it. I'm thinking about marmalade right now. I haven't eaten all day. And you don't know what time it is, but it's 4:30 p.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. I can tell you, I'm thinking about that marmalade. Thinking about some bread. I got some bread in the fridge. I just made some fresh bread, kind of like some pizza dough. Hey, that sounds good. You ever think about food and think about, damn, that's good. You know. Sometimes that's what I think about. What else do you guys like? Do you guys like a car or something? What do you guys talk about? What do we got here? Give me a second here. Here we go. Look at that. Hey. Let's do it right there. That seems nice. That seems like a nice place to put it. Fancy car. Oh wow. Is this what you guys like? What the hell is this? That's not a car. That's a robot. That's so pointy. Ooh, look at the colors on that, son of a bitch. Alright, okay, you got me. I like the colors. Alright, you guys just like Lamborghinis, I guess. Oh, here's some other stuff. What is that? I don't know cars. Okay, this car does not look as fancy as the other ones. I gotta say, what is this? That's a cartoon. That's from the movie Cars. It's got a mouth and stuff. It's a mean one. What else do you guys like? Do you like, I don't know, fancy purses? You like frilly purses? Yeah? Look at those french fries. Clutch bag, dude. Shit, that bag's clutch. Dude, that bag came in clutch with the rainbow and the french fries coming out. Shit, that came in clutch. That's frilly, right? Foofy. MarmaLadies, you like that? MarmaLady, if you will. I don't know if I will, but you can go ahead and do that. Different types of marmalade, man. Different types of purses. Nobody cares about that. Types of marmalade. Oh, baby. Oh, look at this. We got a little chart. Different kinds of marmalade. Oh, wow. Oh, isn't that pretty? The one thing I don't like is that none of the jars match. That makes me a little upset. But, man, here we go. We got a little chart. Thick cut. The triple C's, thick, large chunks of orange peel. Alright, thin cut, finely shredded orange peel. Flavored. Added flavors like whiskey. What are you, what are you, an alky? I like booze on my toast. Vintage, dense, rich flavor. I don't know what the fuck that means. Vintage. Dude, my marmalade is fucking vintage. I would just think it's old, and you have to throw it away. Dude, this shit's so old, it's vintage. Black? Black is one? You definitely have to throw that out. Includes brown sugar or black molasses. Ooh! Okay, you swayed me. You swayed me. We're learning things here. Black molasses, marmalade, all those M words are making you think slow thoughts. Some little brown sugar. Alright, okay, we might have to do some of that. Ads and stuff. Ooh, that looks nice. Doesn't that look nice? That looks nice on the bread like that. That looks real nice. Oh man. Ooh, ooh. Might make some lime or some grapefruit. Some grapefruit marmalade? Huh? Takers? Anybody? Sounds good to me. That's all I'm saying. Lemon ginger marmalade. Yummy yum and tum. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Blood orange marmalade. Come on now. Is there nothing you haven't thought of? This is beautiful. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry right now. This looks so good. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. Donuts, too. I gotta tell you, I'm on a fat boy thing right now. Let's look up donuts. Come on now. Donuts. Just donuts. Oh, baby. Okay. These pictures can kind of go to hell. But, these guys, not the frosted, I would eat the frosted ones, but these guys, I'd eat them. I'd definitely eat them. It looks nice. I mean, there is something that, I don't know why, because it's so unnatural, that Pepto Pink, but it looks yummy. It makes me think of The Simpsons when Homer would eat that. Oh man, it's yum. Man, I haven't had a donut in some time. Those don't look that great. Those look fake. Okay, this is kind of stupid. Let's get real here. These donuts aren't really, okay, these are nice, okay? There's a lot of people that I know that are like, chocolate donuts are gross, and I gotta tell you, they're not my friends anymore, because they're good. They're quite good. They're not my first choice anymore. Oh baby. Jelly-filled donuts. Dude, wait a second. Hold the phone. Okay, put the phone down. Marmalade-filled donuts. Huh? You with me? You with me? Marmalade-filled donuts. They got jelly donuts. Why not marmalade-filled donuts? Tell me that's not fucking amazing. Marmalade. Put marmalade in this. In the middle of this. Oh. In the middle of this right here. Holy shit, that's good. What is happening? That's a disaster. Oh, that looks too perfect. Yeah, they're getting really fancy with the frostings, and I'm just, I don't. Those are actually fake. That is a squeak toy. Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, I'm sure these are great, but oh man, the cinnamon sugar. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. Some Danishes? Come on now. Come on. Now we're getting into the real stuff. See, that looks good. Cross section. Honestly, it's with people my age and younger, and maybe even people older than me have forgotten about the lemon filled. Oh shit, that's gotta be good. God damn. Anyway, I can't believe we haven't come across one yet. That to me. Forget about all the stuff that's happening right now in the news and pandemic and yada yada. What's upsetting is I've been scrolling down donuts for quite a while now. And you know what I haven't seen? And like I was getting at before, people my age and younger have just like forgotten about it, dismissed it. They're like, meh. But possibly one of the best donuts. Let's go to the top. Look at that. Oh, look at all that scrolling. Not a one. Plain cake donut. Just a plain cake donut. Not with the glaze. No, just plain. Pick it safe comes up. Oh baby, it's just the best. You take that, you dip that in some coffee. Dip it in some coffee. Why don't you? Oh, what's happening? Just dip that in some coffee. Why don't you? Come on now. Let's get a nice one. We got a real sphincter like look to these. Look at that. They do got that sphincter look, but man, the perfect dipping donut. Donut holes, of course, are delicious. Oh, baby. But what I don't like, you can eat a million of them. There's nobody stopping you. With a donut, you have to take time in eating it. The donut hole, you can just pour some milk over it and just go to town. You can go to town, you can go to the inner city, you can go anywhere. Okay. That's actually just a butthole. Right here. Oh, see, that's a beautiful thing right there. Man, I want a donut. Let's look at fancy plain cake donuts for 500. Fancy. Let's get fancy. What is this? I don't even want to know. That was great. Oh golly, I could just I could talk forever about donuts. Honestly, um, but we should. We should. Anyway, I hope you guys are dogs, parakeets. Oh man, donuts. Ugh. Make yourself some donuts. And if you're gonna buy some donuts, make yourself a nice cup of coffee. Make it nice. Maybe if you're trying to be healthier like I am, I haven't quit coffee yet, but I might never. That coffee's got a hold on me pretty hard. So maybe if you're trying to be healthy, have some tea, something nice. Tell tell your plants, your cactus or whatever. Tell them that you love them. Show them that you care. And if anything, if you've learned one thing, it's spread it. Just like some marmalade, just like the marmalade. Y'all guys are you guys and you MarmaLadies out there. You're all a bunch of marmalade. We're just living in a big old jar of marmalade, and we're just full of love. And what you gotta do with that love is you gotta spread it like a thick marmalade. Alright. You guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, 11:30 a.m. Hope it's good. Alright. Goodbye. For now.